What a great start to the episode. Soundbite wouldn't even reload, ladies and gentlemen. So you know what that means. This is just going to be a whole lot of trash and garbage of my voice and other sound bites piercing your ear holes for the next 10 minutes. This is your 10-minute sports report for Tuesday, May 9th, 2023. Welcome everyone back. I hope you found yesterday's episode very informative. I'll get you caught up on all of Monday's action, get you all set for Tuesday action, NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs. I'll do some MLB scores as well, get you caught up on some news that is also happening throughout the NBA, and we'll just go from there. So let's get it started. So on Monday, May 8th, the Miami Heat take a commanding 3-1 series lead over the New York Knicks. Jimmy Butler led the Miami Heat with 27 points and 10 assists. Jalen Brunson for the New York Knickerbockers did have 32 points and 11 assists, but it was not enough. Jalen Brunson's running mate, Julius Randle, is nowhere to be found in this series. Jimmy Butler, the only loss that the Miami Heat suffered was when Jimmy Butler sat out that one game. So the 8th seed Miami Heat finally, who didn't have an offense in the regular season, finally find one in the playoffs against the Milwaukee Bucks, who were without Giannis for 2 games, but now beat the number 1 seed and now have the number 5 seed on the ropes, facing elimination as they go back to NYC. Speaking of teams on the ropes, the defending NBA champions are right there with the New York Knickerbockers after a 101-104 defeat at the hand of the Los Angeles Lakers. The Golden State Warriors are left scratching their head and left looking for answers. Steph Curry did have a triple-double in the loss, 31 points, 10 rebounds, 14 assists. Anthony Davis actually had a good back-to-back good games with 23 points, 15 rebounds, and 3 steals. However, the hero for this game was Lonnie Walker. For those of you who don't know who Lonnie Walker is, he's from the Reading area, the Reading, Pennsylvania area, where I am kind of from in South Central Pennsylvania. Jeb, who actually was on the 4th and 1 podcast, some early episodes of 4th and 1 podcast, actually tutored him while he was in high school. A surge tech that I work with went to the same high school as Lonnie Walker and actually did the photos for his high school games. So Lonnie Walker, 15 fourth quarter points, comes up clutch for the Lakers. Lakers have a commanding 3-1 lead. The defending NBA champs are on the road. This does go back to Golden State for Game 5. Coming at you tonight, Tuesday, May 9th, a whole bunch of exciting stuff. Well, sort of. In the NBA, we only got 2 games, not a whole bunch, but the Philadelphia 76ers, who come off a great Game 4 overtime win, are now on the road in Boston, but the series is tied at 2. Can James Harden and Joel Embiid put together back-to-back performances to put the number 2 seed Boston Celtics on the ropes? The Philadelphia 76ers have not been out of the second round of the playoff, which is what they're in right now, since 2001 when they went to the NBA Finals. Another Game 5 between the Phoenix Suns and the Denver Nuggets takes place tonight in Denver as well. Nikola Jokic is coming off of a 53-point performance in a loss. The problem that the Nuggets are having is they have no bench production. They have scored 15 points in the last 2 games, both in Phoenix. That is asinine. That is absurd. That is never done. That is very troublesome. Meanwhile, Devin Booker is shooting 75% from the floor. Kevin Durant's doing Kevin Durant things, and the Phoenix Suns are actually playing better without Chris Paul than they were with him. So keep an eye on that. But Denver also has had these really good teams the past 2 years and have not made it past either the second round or the Western Conference Finals. They need a finals appearance. Some other news around the NBA. Milwaukee Bucks, the number 1 seed in the East, did what most people would assume that they would do when they lost. They have fired head coach Mike Budenholzer. Milwaukee star Giannis Antetokounmpo feels forever grateful to the former head coach. He said today in a press release as well. The NBA announced its all-defensive team for the best defensive players. So, Jared Jackson Jr., who was the Defensive Player of the Year, he was named to that, along with center Brook Lopez from the Milwaukee Bucks, Cleveland's power forward Evan Mobley, and then Milwaukee Bucks star Drew Holiday, and Chicago Bulls star Alex Caruso, who, if you look at him, looks 40 years old, but is the same age as me. Let's switch some gears here to the NHL. Unfortunately, Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl were nowhere to be found in their Game 3 loss to the Vegas Golden Knights. The Vegas Golden Knights scored 2 goals in the first period, 3 goals in the second, and they beat the Edmonton Oilers 5-1. They are up 2-1 in that series. So a couple Game 4s coming at you tonight, Monday, May 9th. The Carolina Hurricanes lead the New Jersey Devils by a score in that series of 2-1. And this is in Game 3, that was the 8-4 highest scoring hockey game I've ever seen. The Dallas Stars, who trail 2-1 in their series against the Seattle Kraken, are on the road again tonight in a pivotal Game 4. Both the Devils and the Stars are trying to avoid a 3-1 series hole. Just to get you caught up on the Pittsburgh Pirates, which I think is outstanding, considering the fact that they have one of the lowest payrolls in all of Major League Baseball, but yet somehow they are leading the NL Central, which is their division, by a half game. They are 21-15. So I'm going to keep track of this until inevitably they suck and fall out of playoff contention, because I just think this is a fascinating story. The Pittsburgh Pirates owner should really sell the team and give it to someone who's going to actually invest in the team and pay big contracts. The Pittsburgh Pirates just recently signed a $100 million contract player for the first time in all of sports, or for the first time in the franchise history. I do apologize for me misspeaking. I've had a very long day. So we'll get to that score here now. On Monday, they snapped a 7-game skid as Mitch Keller blanks the Colorado Rockies, and the Pirates get a 2-0 win. Mitch Keller is 4-1 with a 2.72 ERA. So, Pirates are going to be fun to track all season. My team's actually the Red Sox, but I'm just going to disregard that because no one really cares about the Red Sox. Pirates are a very interesting story, and it's a 10-minute sports report, and that's what you want, because this is the segment that no one asked for, but one person wanted. And then finally tonight, the Pirates do take on the Colorado Rockies again. Normally, series in baseball are 3 games, so you play a team for 3 straight games, and then you move on. Thank you, everyone, so much for listening. This has been another 10-minute episode of the 10-Minute Sports Report. That was terrible, but it worked out in the end. I hope you all come back tomorrow for another 10-minute episode. If you do not, that's all right, because really, I don't care. Take care. God bless. Wash your hands, you filthy animals.